So let's look at some general things that you can do as a parent coach. Talking to your child about how she's feeling can be a good place to start. Using I statements is a good way to talk about your thoughts and feelings. For example, I've noticed that you seem to have a lot on your mind lately. I'm happy to talk or listen and see if I can help. Staying connected to your child can help him or her feel safe and secure as they meet the challenges of adolescence. One way to do this is to have family meals together as often as you can. This type of family ritual creates routine and also gives you a way to keep up to date with what's happening in your child's life. We like to share the "how was your day" thing to prompt our discussions. Be accessible to talk about anything. That means having an honest conversation about the risks of drinking and drugs, early pregnancy, crime, and self-destructive behavior. For example, you could appeal to their vanity, such as explaining to them that smoking ruins your skin and will make them age prematurely. I recall my friend was caught smoking by his mother at age 15, and she made him smoke a whole packet of 20 cigarettes all in one go until he was violently sick. He never touched another cigarette after that, although it could have gone the other way. Showing that you trust and have confidence in your child can help them overcome their worries. You can show trust by praising her for putting in the effort, for example, by trying to manage her emotions or just to do better at school, or even to deal with a tough situation like bullying, to remind her of her great attributes and to build her self-esteem by telling her how much you believe in her ability to cope with stressful situations, to put plans into action, and to keep trying until things get better. Reinforce those positive messages. Let her know she's being heard. This can make her feel more secure and understood. Even a physical gesture such as a warm hug, a smile, an arm over the shoulder can help. I found that in instances of conflict, bringing in a little humour can diffuse the tension and dial things down. In fact, if you don't already, I highly recommend that laughter becomes a staple diet in your household. It's a great stress reliever. Be a role model for kindness and humility. One thing that my son and I have done regularly each year is to deliver food to the food bank. During COVID, at Christmas, we went into Toronto armed with 10 sleeping bags to distribute to the homeless. A lot of them locked out of shelters because of COVID. Encourage them to think of others, because when you do a kindness, you immediately think of others and less about your own issues. And in doing so, you feel much better. What you do and say can guide your child's behavior and thinking. You can try to be a good role model for your child by managing your own worry and stress in positive ways. So for yourself, doing exercise, taking time to rest, and talking things over with your partner or a friend can all help if you're feeling stressed, because your child needs your support and encouragement for learning. So be the person that they look up to as a positive influence in managing their emotions. Sharing his excitement when he masters something new and being supportive when he doesn't will encourage him to keep trying. Understand that everything matters to a teenager. In other words, something that may be trivial to you may be deeply important to your teenager. So let's have some practical tips for you to work on with your teenager. So these are things that you can really think about that are so easy to do. Eat dinner together. One thing that has become a habit in our household is that we will sit down and tell each other about our day at dinner. It's quite remarkable the insights that we can gain from this informal meeting. Do whatever you can to ensure that your teenager gets 9 to 9.5 hours of sleep every night. This is the amount that they need for proper development. Encourage after-school activity, particularly those that involve exercise. Avoid giving them too much spending money. If they have a job, encourage them also to save some of that money and just to create this sort of financial awareness, how to be financially responsible. Avoid overparenting, because overparenting signals to children that they cannot be trusted to look after themselves, let alone others. Let them fail and mess up. They'll learn far more and mature much quicker by doing so. Respect their privacy, but know when to intervene. Trust them, but if there is evidence of depression or drugs, for example, well, of course you have to take action and seek professional help. Reminds them that your love is unconditional, even when they're acting up. Respect the choices that your teenager makes within non-destructive limits. Even if you don't necessarily agree with them, let them have their outlets to wind down or for relaxation, as long as it's in a safe space, because we all need to relax.